Alright guys, so in the last episode I explained how to download this software and get your account set up. So now I'm going to explain how to get your new project for your Raspberry Pi console set up. So right now I have Fusion 360 loaded up and I've signed in to my account as James Jabara. Right now, you can see on your left you have a file explorer, and on the right you have a place for sketches and files to be worked with, and your tools up at the top here. Now I'm going to explain how to set up your project. So you're going to hit New Project in the File Explorer, and you're going to type whatever the project is. I'm just going to type Test 67 because I made a lot of these. And there you go. So your new project is going to be here, and you're going to double click it, and you have a File Explorer that is empty now because you have 0 files uploaded. Now, what you're going to want to do is, to get started with this project, we're going to need a reference file so that we can measure it, and we're going to be able to see how we can use the Raspberry Pi 3B Plus in our design. So the way we're going to do that is I'm going to link a GetCAD website link in the bottom of this video so that you can download this file as well. So you're going to go and download that file. It's going to be a step file. Sorry, I've said file 57 times at this point, but whatever. And you're going to hit upload when you get to the screen, and you're going to select that file from your downloads folder, and once you're done with that, it will upload to the cloud for Fusion 360. And once that's set up, it should look like this. I'm going to navigate to the project I had for this video, and there you go. It'll pop up like this, and the step file will have the exact colors and everything proper for Fusion 360. It looks great and it's a great model, but we need to make sure before we import any file from the internet and use it, we need to make sure that its measurements are correct. Now, we use millimeters because we're 3D printing in this project, and we need to make sure that everything is running on the metric system. So you can mess around with your file, with your Fusion 360 parameters and stuff using the top right here in your settings. Actually, you could do it up here, I believe, in preferences, right? But we're not going to get into that right now. Right now I'm just going to explain how to use it if you already had millimeters set up, and that is the default, I believe, for Fusion 360. So let's get started. You'll see this inspect tool up here, right? This is what we're going to want to use to measure. So let's hit the drop down, and we're going to hit measure on the inspect tool. Now, we're going to want to measure this Raspberry Pi, right? So it's already popped up, and you're going to want to click the Raspberry Pi, and you should see a white highlight go over it. This is perfect. And you're going to see how it highlights over different lines and dimensions in this file. So we're going to click the line at the left, and we're going to hit the line at the right. Now, as you can see, I'm maneuvering around this this Raspberry Pi, and the way I'm doing that is I'm using these bottom tools, right, to go around this object. So I'm using orbit to rotate around, and I'm using the pan to pan around, right? And you can use look at if you want to look at certain objects specifically. I don't really use look at that often. And zoom, I use the scroll wheel, right? Or you can hit the zoom key here, right? Now, you can also use this part at the top. This is very important. This is your orientation cube, right? And this is basically going to show what part of this object you're at, right? So, or what view the camera is of the object. So this is the top of the object and the front, and you're just clicking and dragging to move that box around, and there you go. It's just a great way to get to certain orientations of the object you're working with really fast. If you click on the top, you'll get there, or you can move to the side. It's really handy. So let's click this and then rotate around, and now we can start measuring. Sorry. We're going to click this again until you see that white highlighter, and you're going to click the left and the right side. There you go. And you're going to see a little line dimension pop up, and it's going to show a measurement. Now, I know for a fact that a Raspberry Pi 3B Plus is around 85 millimeters in length and on the PCB, and I know that it's about 56 millimeters, so we're going to click this again, make sure we get the white highlight pop up, and in height, it's going to be around 56 is what I believe. Yeah, alright, so that's perfect, 56 millimeters. So now we can get started with the actual design of our project in the next video. And remember, this is what we're trying to get to by the end of this series. I'm going to click this to pull it up into my file explorer, and there you go. This is what we're trying to get to. So see you in the next video.